Welcome back to Cape Media News. I'm Emily Tullock. Today we're here with Emily McGlone of the MSPCA in Centerville, and she's here to give us some updates on adorable adoptables looking for their forever home. How are you doing today, Emily?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Of course, anytime.
So before we get into the adorable adoptables, just a quick update. I know we had touched base back in April sort of about your policies and procedures about having the public in due to COVID-19. So has anything really changed? Are you guys still closed to the public, appointment only?
We're still closed to the public, appointment only. It's going beautifully. So we actually are going to stay appointment only at least through the remainder of 2020. And then we're going to reevaluate next year, but we're more than likely not going to open back up in the same capacity that we were before for everyone's safety. And everything's just going great. It's appointment only. How we're having people do the adoptions is by emailing us and calling us. And then we're having really great conversations with people, and they get to understand everything about that animal, any challenges, and really it gives them a lot more time to think about it and process information and come back with questions for the adoption appointment. So it's going really well. Everyone's still adopting. Everyone's going home at a pretty fast rate, which is awesome for us.
Yeah.
So everything's going great right now.
Have you found there's been still an uptick in adoption since more people are home, they have more time on their hands?
Yes, definitely an uptake. I think it has slowed down a little bit since April. April was crazy with how fast everything was going. But we've also seen a decrease in surrenders because a lot of people are home all the time, as well as a big part of our surrenders is evictions and people moving. And since that has kind of had a stall and people aren't moving and not having evictions going on, we're getting a lot less surrenders. So on the both sides, we do have an overall less population in the shelter, which is awesome.
Well, that is a good problem to have. That's wonderful to hear. So who do we have with us today?
Today we have Lila. She is a really gorgeous, I think she's 8 years old, black cat. She has been with us for quite some time. She only was recently made available for adoption because she is actually diabetic. So she definitely needs a really special home where she has an adopter who is comfortable giving her insulin twice a day. She's also on a prescription diet to kind of help it. She is a champ taking her insulin. She's always so focused on eating her food. She doesn't even notice you're giving her a little poke. So she does definitely need a special home, someone who has very great relationship with their vet and willing to commit with her treatment plan to ensure her health and making sure that her diabetes is regulated. But she definitely will return it with plenty of love. As you can tell, she's definitely black cat. She loves people. She loves attention. She is very chatty. She'll follow you around. She has a whole bunch of personality, which is awesome. She just has that little medical condition that needs a very special home for her.
Right. It doesn't seem like it's holding her back at all. She is
not at all.
Is she good with other animals in the house, or does she go to a home with just herself in there?
Yeah, she has not lived with other animals, so we don't know exactly how she'll be, but she has seen some cats here and seems interested. So we think she could be successful with another cat in the home, or even a dog who will keep their space and know to kind of just leave her alone. So I think that's definitely a possibility with a very slow introduction.
Mm-hmm. And so if anybody watching right now is interested, what's the best way to contact you guys?
The best way to contact us is to call us at 508-775-0940 so we can talk more about our little friend Lila here.
Wonderful. Well, Emily and Lila, thank you guys so much for joining us today. We hope you find your forever home.
Thank you.
For Cape Media News, I'm Emily Tullock.